All right. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Serious Angler Podcast. We're back with the captain, Mr. Andy Full. As always, I'm your host, Bailey Eichbrett. Andy, we got a wild one today, buddy. You ready?
Oh, it's already wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like we got all kinds of stuff coming, right? Like I don't even know where to start. So
I think we were talking with John offline before we got on and went live here. I think it's like been since Christmas since we've had a show this big in regards to the quantity of guests. But I called it the freshman frat house, but we got quite the guest lineup tonight. We got the whole house of Logan Parks, John Garrett, Cody Huff, and Rob G joining us, and then potentially the camera guy, Jack Leventree, might be joining us tonight. I guess it'll just be a surprise to us all if he does join. But if he does join, we have some pretty fun questions to prod him with and see if he can put some dirt on these boys. But either way, it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. We got the gang joining us, and I guess before we do, there's a couple things. I got to give a shout out, Andy. I was actually showing John this too offline, but we're some bourbon guys, and Bardstown Bourbon Company reached out and sent a little sample bottle of bourbon to me. You can tell it's already a quarter gone.
He hasn't drank any of it.
It's right here. It's in this glass. But dude, of all things, obviously it's an amazing drink, and we're not working with them by any means. It's not like a sponsored ad or anything. I promise you. This is what catches my eye of all. It's a light up freaking box.
Could you imagine, like, you have that sitting in your dresser in the middle of the night and you have some, like, unearthly soul that decides to just show up as you're sleeping and turn that son of a thing on, right? And all of a sudden you wake up and there's a strobe light in your face.
And it's just,
what do you do? Bourbon. Do you go straight for the bourbon or is it party time? Like,
yes.
What?
Yes. Porque no los dos.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, so we have a fun show today. But before we get into that, there's one thing I want to throw out there for people that are tuning in tonight. There's a lot of stuff going on. I didn't even think about this. I was actually talking with Tin Horse Monty about it because he usually streams Tuesday nights. There's the election or not the election, the debate tonight. I didn't even realize that was tonight.
Oh, geez.
Shows how much I pay attention. And then Panger BTL's having one of his like half the industry on his shows live streams tonight, which is impeccable. Like it's super impressive, the lineup that he's had, and especially with all these different changes and things like that. He's going through the gauntlet of really breaking it down and super impressive. So shout out to our boy Matt Pangrak at BTL. But he's got another one tonight. So there's a whole bunch of things going on tonight. So if you're here, we appreciate you. We're going to give back to you tonight. We have two different giveaways we're going to do tonight. Both Blackfish. So with fall coming upon us, temperatures are dropping. We got a soft shell jacket and a soft shell pullover that we're going to give away to get ready for the fall and the winter coming here. If you have not seen some of the new camos that they got, it's pretty freaking badass. And so we're giving away two winners tonight. We're going to have the funniest comment and we're going to have the best question. I might even have one of these boys pick one of those winners tonight, but keep in mind the best comment and the best question. So make sure you're throwing them out there. Feel free to roast any of us on here. We're going to be picking our favorite comment and our favorite question of the night. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And last thing before we get these dudes on is Omni is still running their 30% off rods right now. So you still have time to take advantage of that. 30% off rods is quite the savings on a random week in September. So take advantage while you can. And next week, in case you're not tuning in at the very end of the episode, next week we have Pat Schlapper and Ken Duke joining us for the show. So we got another great one lined up. But tonight, I'm really looking forward to this one. I have no idea which directions it could go. This could be shenanigans, but it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun either way. So I think without further ado, let's bring them all on the show here. We got Mr. John Garrett. We got Logan Parks and Mr. Rob G.
What's up?
Daddy Cody Huff. What's going on, boys?
Cheers.
What up?
Well, so I was hoping Jack was going to be on this to start at least, because I was going to ask him first of how the hell he dealt with all of you guys at the same time for the full season. His first experience with anglers, but
he loves it.
But I guess we'll just throw it out to the group here. Is the first time, first year all traveling together. I mean, Cody, this is technically your first time on the show, and you're considered the vet, I guess, out of this group of guys.
It's a little weird being called the old man around the house with all these cats.
John,
I guess you got to be policing these boys, eh?
Is John? You're older than Cody, aren't you?
Yeah, I was a year older than Cody at Bethel, and he's been fishing the elites for like 10 years, and it's in my first year, so it shows you how bad I suck. Yeah.
Well, John, I think besides Kenta, you might be the king of the opens, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But no, it was nice this year. Me and Cody roomed together back in college, so and until he qualified for the elites, so it was nice linking back up with him. And me and Logan roomed together last year, so yeah, Rob and Jack were the new ones I haven't roomed with yet. So, but no, I had a good year, fun.
Well, thanks to Jack's camera work and Logan's YouTube channel, we saw a little bit of a glimpse of the shenanigans that went down this year. we're definitely going to get to that, but before we do, Logan, Rob, how's the old river treating you boys?
It's shallow.
Yeah. It is low, is all I got to say.
I found a good airboat plug yesterday,
Yeah.
and Rob had to use them today.
Yep. I've spent about 4 hours of my day on a sandbar in ankle-deep water. So I finally got off, but my pride was kind of hurt.
Yeah, we already got comments coming in to ask about the whole fiasco today, Rob. But I think Logan's story summed it up, where this didn't age well with you.
Yeah,
Idling with the Sniper Marine mount, and then you're stuck on a sandbar.
you can't use live scope when you're going 50 miles per hour. So that's my excuse.
Well, the good news is you're off. The boat's fine, and you'll live to fight another day.
Thank goodness. The motor Yamaha ran fine right after, so can't complain.
There you go. Well, is it at least from the fishing aspect? Is it bueno? No bueno?
It's all right.
It's not horrible.
Yeah.
I feel like it's better than Watts Bar was last year when we had a river tournament in the Open. So that's a positive.
I like this place. It's cool. It's nice. Like, just it's shallow right now.
It's like the best, or
it's low.
It's the best, probably shallow river junk fishing tournament.
Yeah,
like
for
places
sure.
to go to.
But it's like 2 foot low right now.
Like out of Sabine, Red River, all those kind of places, this one's the best of them all.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I hope so. You can't get much worse than the places you just named.
Yeah. It's kind of the same deal.
It's definitely just like the Red River, but actually badass.
Yeah.
All I know is I talked to Rob today. He actually told me about, I caught a 4 and then like a 312 and like I caught another 312 but it ain't no good. So you can only
I'm just taking after John Garrett.
Are you looking for deer?
Man, I've had a terrible practice, but every day you've talked to him, he has 20 pounds.
He literally said, I caught like 5 9-pounders today on Lake Fork.
But it was terrible.
It was terrible.
I had a terrible
So is John the worst of the group about that?
39 pounds.
But it was terrible.
39 pounds, and he said, it was pretty bad. But I had 39.
What was that, Cody?
That was my all-time favorite John Garrett comment, was that practice recap.
What, the 5 9-pounders, but it sucked?
I had like 39, but I just couldn't get any bites.
He literally had 39 pounds and complained.
So, John, are you the worst about talking about practice then of the group?
I don't think so.
No, who would be your vote then? Because they're all ganging up on you.
Oh.
I'm going to say between Rob and Cody, because Rob and Cody don't complain about their days. Like, I'll complain, like I only caught 7 fish. They'll just kind of keep it low key until you actually ask them, like, hey, what did you catch? And they'll start by saying it sucked, but then they break their day down and they caught a 4-pounder every hour. But I didn't find a good area. That's how their practice goes. Yeah. they don't complain about it like I do, but they just keep it they don't talk a whole lot until you actually start asking what happened. So,
can you confirm or deny that you said that you caught 39 pounds and said it sucked?
no, I did say that.
Oh,
Yeah.
At least you speak the truth. That's all right.
Yeah,
we
I
have
said
the instant
that.
replay on YouTube.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, so I guess before we get into, we have a bunch of fun questions for you boys. We're obviously going to talk some fishing, but definitely want to have a good time and kick it with the crew. But I guess we haven't talked about it on the show yet because it was obviously released several days ago, at least between our last show, and that is the next year's schedule. And so we're not going to go through the whole thing with you guys, but I guess we'll go around the horn here and kind of just get your guys' thoughts on, I guess maybe give it a rating out of 10, what you would rate for next year's schedule and maybe some preconceived notions. So, John, we'll start with you.
6 out of 10. Just a little bit above average, I would say. I mean, we're going some cool places. It's going to be diverse, so it depends on how you look at it, but I'm not really favorable of it. Don't really have anything picked out. I'm like, dang, I'm looking forward to that tournament that time of year. So 6 out of 10 on my end.
Okay.
Can you read the schedule off again?
Yeah.
Dude, it's a shallow water tournament schedule.
Yeah, but there's some other places on there.
Hey, Rob, if you want to go, I'll pull up the schedule here.
I'd say 5 out of 10. It's just average.
Okay. So I got it here for
guys. I'll be back in like 2 minutes, but I'm going.
You're good.
What are you rating?
I know you're dodging the question. It's all right, Cody. Yeah.
I'm with
No,
Rob.
you're good.
5 out of 10 too. It's not that cool.
It's not that cool, to be honest.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, take your time, Cody. You're good, man. So Logan, before we get to you, we got February 20th to 23rd, a brand new location to the Elite Series, the St. Johns River. Never been there before.
Oh God, not again.
February 27th, March 2nd is Lake Okeechobee. April 10th to April 13th is the Pasquotank River in the Albemarle Sound. That is the one that obviously that's new, stands out in the schedule. I've heard some people say, I've heard good things, at least from amongst other people, angler-wise, saying that might be pretty good. April 24th to 27th is at Hartwell. May 8th to 11th is Lake Fork. And then the next weekend, May 15th to 18th, is the Sabine. And then the last three, you're going to Lake 10 Killer, June 12th to the 15th, and rounding out the year up in the Midwest, Lake St. Clair, August 7th to 10th, and then August 21 to 24th is back at the Mississippi River. You boys are at right now. So with that in mind, Logan, what do you got? Round us out.
Let's say 6.9 out of 10.
You just had to put a 9 in there, huh?
Yeah.
You're still spicy with the stash and all, man, aren't you?
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I like the sound place. It sounds cool, no pun intended. But I tell you what I really don't like. I don't mind going to the Sabine, but why we gotta go when it's literally 90,000 degrees? I mean, it's gonna be horrible. And 10 Killer, I fished out there one time. Cody did too. He actually won the tournament that I fished, and it was like 112. So it's going to be a hot schedule, but it'll be good. We'll catch them.
So it's going to be a great year for you guys to plug your apparel sponsors, is what you're saying.
Yes. Hot weather.
Or is it going to be the year that everyone has Bimini tops installed in Misters?
I do want to get one of them neck fans.
We got to get one of those fans like Tyler Williams had.
Or the one that goes up your shirt. Have you seen those?
He had that
like what?
Fan on the front deck.
Give us the juice. What are you talking about?
Dude, there's a fan that these guys, like my buddy that he mows yards for a living, he has. It's like those old OtterBox belt loop cell phone cases? It looks like that, but it's a fan that shoots up your shirt.
Oh. That's pretty nifty.
Yeah.
I want one of those Misters fans.
The Mister?
Like if you're ever
You
at
just
like
get your marshal.
in the summer.
Rob usually asks his marshal just to blow up his shirt while he's fishing. His marshal lays on his back and just blows that fresh air right through his shirt. Yeah. Like, watch out,
I feel like that'd be more warm than enjoyable.
Yeah,
Careful,
Rob
Andrew.
loves it.
Careful. The first Chick-fil-A and you're having your marshal do that. You're just getting pampered out in the water this year, eh? Hey, Rob?
Dude, I love it. I really hope Chick-fil-A shows up on the Mississippi River this week, skipping over sandbars in an airboat. That would be
That'd be
all-time.
nice.
Dude, you should be knocking on every single Chick-fil-A that you drive past, asking to speak with the manager and try and get that sponsorship.
Hey, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I might have something in the works,
Oh, okay. All right.
maybe.
I would love to see a Chick-fil-A boat
Pleading
wrap.
the
That would
fifth
be
again.
incredible.
Chick-fil-A boat wrap would be fire.
That would be.
Just endless Chick-fil-A sauce for the season. That would have been that would make its weight in gold.
So,
No
is
doubt.
the new Chick-fil-A wrap kind of like the old red and white Marlboro NASCARs, like back in the day?
Ooh,
Would it be like
Yeah.
the
That would be
evil
cool.
comparison?
that would be cool. For sure.
That would definitely be intriguing. But all right, so wrapping up that, definitely going to be an interesting schedule. I guess Johnny kind of put it perfect in regards to not really new. It's just definitely diverse in regards to some of the things that could be at play, which I think was Bass's goal with the new rule changes. At least it's what they said they were going to try to do. At least they said that before they tried to allow everybody to buy waypoints, and thankfully they changed all that back. I'm sure you guys are all happy to see that change, I assume.
Yes. Yeah, we did not expect that to happen, actually.
Yeah, it was like out of left field. Like
Yeah,
what?
we
I didn't even
didn't
catch it. John caught it.
when they did the press release. None of us even caught because they sent us the email and we all just went down to the schedule and didn't even read where we can get information. And that's when everything started popping off on social. They're like, "Hey, we can get info," but thankfully they did away with it.
Yeah, I think as a fan perspective as well, I think we're all glad that one was pushed back, and we'll give the nod. Ike and Ellie did a live stream and mentioned he had a text from Dave Mercer, and I guess Dave had a big hand in getting that overturned. So round of applause to old Big Mercer. Obviously, I think he's always looking out for you boys, it seems. Let's see. We had Cody back for a second. Well, when we get back with Cody, we'll add him back here. But to get away from that, great count. I didn't even see you put this up, Andy. Devin Willis asks, if you have a Chick-fil-A wrap, can you fish on Sundays?
To be determined.
Rob been fishing a lot of Sundays, so we'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Well, so Bass
if he can
Fanatic,
use scope, he will be on Sunday.
what's that?
It said if he could scope a derby, he'll be there on Sunday.
Well, so here's a question for you, Rob. So Bass Fanatic, we call him Scott Martin because back in fantasy fishing, this guy, like for whatever reason, knows like every fact in bass fishing. And someone, I can't remember who, called him Scott Martin as a joke, and now it's stuck. So if you hear us refer to him as Scott in the comments,
Wasn't it Brennan? I think it was Brennan.
I think so. Either way, but he wanted to ask if you even know what an Ewok is. He's probably too young to know Star Wars.
Yeah, I do.
Did you get a chuckle out of that reference at all when that happened?
I mean, yeah, I knew what an Ewok was. I'm not gonna say like, don't go get mad at me, everybody. But I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I've seen it, but like haven't watched it a bunch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Well, as a personal Star Wars fan, I feel like being called an Ewok's a compliment.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really know if they were. I actually asked somebody, "Is the Ewok good or bad?"
And you asked me that.
Yeah, I asked Logan that.
You're freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, that's good."
Yeah. Oh, cool. So for your guys' group, I mean, there we go. We got Cody back. It's perfect timing actually, because I wanted to kind of get into the dynamic of your guys' group. So like traveling together. And I know I've talked to John about it. We've talked with Logan about it a little bit. But now that we got the whole house here, you know, how does the dynamic of your guys' crew work for you guys this year? Because I would love to get each of your guys' opinion on traveling together, and it seems like you guys work really well together. Obviously, you know, in previous experience, like Cody and John being on the same college team, because out of the group, the worst person standing in AOI is 21st, and that's you, Logan. Like, that's pretty damn good for I can't give the thumbs down, man. 21st is you're in the classic. That's all that matters, right? And you have to get a great season. So obviously things are working well for you guys. So I'd curious to see, like, from your perspective and the dynamic, whether it's practice, travel, things like that, you know, just using each other as a soundboard, how that works for you guys. And Cody, we'll start with you, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, these guys all year long, like Logan would be disappointed, you know, if he was in like 30th, you know, and we would all kind of talk, and I told him, I was like, guys, you don't realize how hard it is to get, you know, where you're at in that 20th, in that 15th place. Like, that's hard to beat. The last few years I've been on the elites, I've never, you know, I think the best I finished was like 30th or something. So, I mean, it's really hard to get in that, you know, top half of the guys who make the classic, because, I mean, you cannot mess up at all. But honestly, I feel like this year worked so good for all of us because we were very honest with each other, and we actually, it was Logan's idea. We had a meeting at the end of the season. We just sat down and laid it all out there, and, you know, just you know, brought up everything we liked and didn't like, and seemed like the longer we were together, the more open we got, and just kind of all started to just work together better and better each tournament, really. So we're hoping that it all just kind of keeps flowing really good like that.
Oh yeah, I love the way you put that. Yeah. Logan, what about you, man?
Yeah, dude. I mean, obviously, I was, you know, bringing up the rear. I was the caboose of the house, but 21st in points is not anything to be upset about. It was you know, a great first year. I felt like we all worked really well together, and like obviously, you know, I've not known Rob. Like we fished against each other in college, but like we didn't really like talk a lot. So this was my first year really like getting to know Rob and Cody, because we all fished against each other at the same time in college, but got to know John really well last year. And I felt like all season we were just, you know, building that trust of like, hey, like I can literally tell these guys like, you know, what I think the deal is, and they're not going to come over there and get on top of me and screw me over. And like, there's a lot on the line, you know, the 100,000 blue trophies and AOY and all that. So it takes a while to, I feel like, really build that trust. And this year was, you know, just, you know, the beginning of that. So I'm really excited for next year, and, you know, to keep building on what we got, and learning, you know, what worked and what didn't work. That meeting was helpful to have. And I'm excited, man. I love rooming with these guys. And this year, I got to give a big shout out to Kira and Morgan, because they're freaking whipped up dinners, and Caitlin too. Can't leave Caitlin out. But Kira was a ham at the first half of the year. Like, packed us lunches, made us dinners. Like, we would just literally wake up and go fishing and take our lunches out there, come home, dinner would be ready. And, you know, that's even just that something that small, it really means a lot, and it makes your days easier.
Dang, you had a mom on the road.
Yeah.
Train them, boys.
That's awesome, man. That's next level. You're going to have to put them on payroll next year.
I like
that's
that.
Cody's. Cody gets to pay him. Or John or Cody, who made more money this year?
Probably John. He won.
Yeah, John gets to pay him then.
John won 100 G's in one sitting.
I don't know. You guys got the $500,000 man sitting there on the couch.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Well, Rob, if you get that Chick-fil-A sponsorship, it might be you that has to put up all the food next year.
I hope they like chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was that, Andy?
I was gonna say, I think the best thing on the menu is like that chicken breakfast burrito. Absolute fire.
I'm
That's
with
really
you.
good.
Just
I
fill
still
my
can't
boat with those.
believe
I'm
that they
good.
haven't made spicy nuggets. Like, what are you waiting for? Just do it, please.
There you go. You guys can be the squeaky wheel for Chick-fil-A once you get that sponsorship. There you go.
Well, they're going to be called G nuts when they come out. They're going to be Rob special.
There you go. You can hand them out at that launch in the morning, Rob. You can be like, "You're not yourself today. Have some G nuts."
Only on Sunday mornings. All right.
Yeah.
Get you some of these.
Yeah. Get you some of these G nuts. That's awesome. Well, Rob, what was your take on that dynamic of the group this year?
Dude, I loved it. I didn't really know. I mean, I knew all these guys, but we weren't like, tight like we are right now. Holy crap, there's an 8-point buck in our backyard.
Is it really?
Holy crap.
Kill it.
Oh, there it
Give us
is.
the POV.
That's the one that.
Hold on.
Live or it didn't happen.
You want to? Let's hold on. Check this out.
You won't chase it.
Well,
I'm
that
gonna drop a
monster wall
laptop.
behind him.
Yeah.
He's under an apple tree.
There's one behind you, Rob, right there.
I feel
Well,
like
you're
I'm in
staying
one
at
of
a sweet
those first-person
Airbnb.
POV horror movies right now. With
Where are y'all staying at? Oh my gosh.
You see him? You see him?
No. Oh yeah, nice. I see him running
Oh yeah,
away.
there he goes.
Oh yeah, you're getting a great view.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's nice.
was
Cody,
like
I
a
love how they wait to book the log
2-year-old,
cabin with a pool
3-year-old.
on it after we leave.
That's a, like, oh, we made that big Elite Series money. Let's get a pad.
Golly.
No, this place is awesome, actually.
If we'd have stayed there, I probably wouldn't even went fishing. I'd just sat under that apple tree all afternoon.
That's what me and Rob did
Yeah.
on Saturday. Ate apples and watched one team win and one team take a fat L.
Yeah, Auburn wasn't looking too good on Saturday.
Vols are looking good though.
Hey, we've got him. I'm not lying, guys. All the Tennessee fans out there watching, we have got him. HIM. Nico is the best quarterback, probably gifted-wise, in Tennessee history. So, hopefully,
Over Peyton, huh?
gifted-wise. Like, he's got speed. Peyton didn't have that.
Oh yeah, it's fair.
He's got the arm of Peyton and the legs of Condridge Holloway.
Damn. All right. You know your football.
Yeah.
All right, so we got two Vols, Auburn, Cody. Who's your team?
Dude, we were
Tennessee.
just talking about this the other day. Logan was trying to sway me towards Auburn, but I did live in Tennessee for 4 years.
You
So
should be
I
a
would be
Mizzou
more
fan.
I would
He's a
be
Vols.
more apt to cheer for Vols. But in the same breath, I watch every football game that comes on. I don't just get all fired up for him. But Mizzou has been coming on strong, and they are kind of hard to handle this year.
Yeah, they're what number? They were number 9 until they obliterated Buffalo.
Yeah.
Well, Buffalo doesn't really count as a football team, to be quite
Fair.
honest.
That's fair.
NFL and college. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Watch yourself.
Yeah. All right, we'll wrap it up in that question, John.
Wait, wasn't I talking about what I thought?
Yeah.
What?
I was talking about what I thought about
Yeah.
the year, right?
Yeah, you were.
And
Yeah.
I got distracted. But
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was great, and I loved all these dudes, like my brothers now. But I will say, we all have the same sort of eye for locations on the lake. It's wild because one of us will be like, oh, I found some sneak. And then 2 of the other guys will found the same thing. You know what I mean? So we have all the same eye. You know what I mean? We don't really have a guy that throws a swim jig down the bank in our group. You know, we're all kind of the same mesh.
What was that, Cody?
I said that's because he would have got worse than 21st if he was swimming a jig down the bank.
So who gets the props at the spot? If three of you guys find it, you just do rock, paper, scissors the night before day one?
Blue draw.
What?
The blue draw. What boat number we are.
Oh. Yeah, that would actually make sense. Oh,
Yeah.
ignore me. All right, John, wrap us up, man. What was your take on it all?
Yeah, I mean, on the water stuff was, I mean, Rob hit it there. I mean, like this year worked out for all of us. We have basically the same style of like offshore fishing, but we all have a little different eye for things, a little different perspective on how we break down that offshore stuff. So, especially the first day of practice, we had 4 fresh eyes on the water, breaking it down how we each break it down. And normally within half a day, Cody or me or Logan or Rob, someone's got something figured out pretty quick off the rip. So it gives all 4 of us 2.5 days to break down that little clue. So on the water worked really well. And as Cody said, it took us a little bit longer. Each tournament, I felt like we got better and better and better at it, because like we all trust each other individually, and now we do as a group. But it just took a little time to just dive all in on this but once we realized how beneficial it was, we didn't have any problem doing it. So I'm hoping going forward, like next year, a more diverse schedule, when we're not fishing our strengths. I'm hoping that's when it can really dig somebody out of a hole, like figuring out a shallow deal. Like I said, we're not all good at. So I'm hoping that translates well next year. But I mean, I think, and Logan hit this, it was just as big of a role in it. It was kind of the family aspect of it off the water. We get home, some of the women would have dinner ready. We'd all get back and talk and socialize and whatnot. But it helps out a lot when you have a portion of your work at the house done by the family. So,
Heck yeah.
It's good.
Well, I think we have him in the queue. We'll try to see if we can get him in. If we see Jack in the queue, we'll see if we can round this out with him. Jack, do we got you?
You got me.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
You can't see it, bro.
I'm driving home, and I'm just trying to stay focused. You couldn't even see me anyway. It's dark in the car, so.
Well, good for you. Good for you being safe about it.
Can you put up a photo for him, Bailey?
I don't know if he wants me to put up for him, but yeah. I mean, I could.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's send him one.
Oh boy.
I want to see if I
Damn
can.
ideas.
Wait. Am I?
I can only edit his name. I can only
Logan,
edit the name.
let me see. I think. Oh, I can find one. I got a good one. I
was just gonna come back to like you, Logan.
Logan, send him your contact picture.
Yeah, that's
No.
what I'm talking about.
No, we're not doing that.
Sounds like there's some juice we need to talk about.
No, nothing important at all.
It's an inside joke.
Yeah. There we go. We got a fish picture. We're good.
Got a fish in there.
There you go.
Bailey,
Well-
put that. I just sent it to you.
Oh no.
Am I putting this up, John?
You know
Put it
what? If you want to put it up, Bailey, feel free, man. Like, why not?
Jack, I'll let you make the call, man.
Put it up. Throw it up there, dude.
So I can't edit for you, but I'll put it on for the people to see.
There we go.
Oh, that's classy.
Good for you, Jack. I
Yeah.
like your sport.
I'm a secure man.
Yeah, there you go.
That do-rag is actually underneath his beanie at all times.
Yeah.
Jack, I don't know how you put up with this crew the full year, man.
Oh, dude, it's a good time, man. When we get
Jack
going,
Hogan.
we get going. It's fun.
What did you think going into this year that you were getting yourself into? What did you think Logan roped you into traveling with this crew?
I don't think I honestly realized like what I was really in for until we got back home off the water from that first practice day in Toledo. I had no idea what to expect, and man, like I figured it out real quick. I was like, all right, man, like I gotta pull my pants up. This is like no joke. Like this isn't go out fishing. If they're not biting, go back in. This is go out fishing, and if they're not biting, we're not leaving until we freaking find them. So it's intense.
Yeah, I guess beyond that, from your perspective, hopping into this thing, what was the biggest thing you learned about like the pro angler culture and especially being with these guys?
I just honestly, man, I learned how much work really goes into it. Like, it's so much more than just, getting some rods and some baits and lures and going out and fishing. It's like, I mean, you're going home and doing homework. You're studying. I just got a newfound respect for these guys. Honestly, it's quite the profession. And if you're not dialed in at all times, man, like you may as well just go home. So.
Heck yeah. I love it, man. I love that perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, boys, I got some, we're going to get some fun questions here for you guys. And feel free to rapid fire, just let it out there. But first one is who's the loudest of the group? First thing, crack acid dawn in the morning, you guys are getting up to either for practice or a tournament day. Who's the loudest?
I will have to say Logan's alarm clock is the loudest.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, that thing is ridiculous.
It sounds like a nuclear bomb's going off. Like the sirens of a nuclear bomb is about to drop. That's
got
what
the air raid siren going on at like 3 a.m.
The first time I heard
it, anxiety.
It shakes too. Like it bounces around.
Logan, is that your phone?
It has a bed rattler. And if you leave it on the hardwood, it just bounces around and goes ham.
So this isn't like something like on your phone. Like this is an actual device.
Oh, it's called the Sonic Bomb. I got it on Amazon. I'm a deep sleeper, all right? So like I'll sleep through a phone alarm, and in my dream I'll start dreaming about an alarm. Like it happens, and I'll have my phone in my hand and wake up and my alarm's going off. So like
the rest of the house thinks a tornado's hitting.
Yeah. If a tornado comes, it is what it is. But so I think because in college I stayed in an apartment that was right on the railroad tracks, and I got used to the train going by, and like I just became a deeper sleeper. So Sonic Bomb does the trick.
Oh, it does the trick.
I don't even set an alarm because I always hear his.
Now, did Logan give everyone a PSA about the Sonic Bomb before you guys?
That was what I was going to say. The first time I heard it, I literally was spooked. I thought China was attacking or something. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, Logan and I shared a room a lot last year in the Opens. God, the thing was awful. When eventually he stopped turning it on when he was in the room with me. But man, it actually is bad.
Dude, the first time I heard it was at the Classic, and Logan was like, "Hey man, just letting you know, like I got this alarm that's like pretty intense." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, dude, no problem." And dude, when it came time to wake up, I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" Like I didn't know it was like that.
Hey, Jack, what woke you up quicker, that alarm or me on the staircase? Lake Champlain.
Hey, we have to tell that story.
Oh,
honestly.
dude,
let her rip.
Staircase, 100%.
So, if y'all didn't know, me and Cody and Kira and the baby Esther, they all got the stomach virus at Champlain on like the first day of practice.
Oh,
so Cody was bedridden for all of practice whenever he would get home during practice. But somehow, just by staying in the same house, me and Logan contracted it the night before the day one of the tournament. So at midnight, the night before the tournament, I bust downstairs because our bathroom was down the steps. I missed the toilet, but just blowing chunks. You know what I mean? And I mean, my stomach was hurting so bad I couldn't go to sleep the whole night. Like I was just blowing chunks all night and just, in the bathroom pretty much. And about 2:30, I hear somebody scrambling around while I'm laying in bed, just like breathing, like, feel like I'm going to die. And I hear Logan bust out of the door, start running down the steps, and all I hear is sounded like a 5-gallon bucket getting poured on the steps.
Oh, Jesus.
As any sick person that has the stomach virus would do, that made me want to also do that because you're thinking of doing that and you're sick. So you're like, oh no. And we only had one bathroom, right? So like I couldn't go in there and puke on his head. So I literally, no lie, I punch out the screen on my window, stick my head out the window, and barf all over Kira's car.
From the second story, like
From the second story of the house, literally all over the hood.
Just spraying chunks everywhere. Just having a time. Love it.
Oh my god. John, were you sleeping this whole time?
I was asleep, but the pressure of Logan's throw up on the wall vibrated me awake. And Logan was running. I heard Jack talking. I hear Rob throwing up. I'm like, is someone breaking in the house? So I come out of my room. Vomit smell from Rob's room hits me. Logan's down there wiping up a huge pile of throw up with one paper towel this big. It was disgusting. No, I got woken up. I got waken up.
Terrible.
Was this like a B&B?
Yes, and I was sleeping on the couch at the base of the steps, dude. And like
Jack set up so he was like so stairs are like this, all right? Jack's on the couch. He sits up so fast. Like I'm like leaned over on the banister like, oh, like, and I just like it just went out, you know? And Jack's like, are you okay? Like, no,
dude, it was shocking. Like that was worse than your alarm clock.
That's nuts.
That house will never be rented again.
So
Rob
Mr. Higgs,
and Cody.
Comment. I didn't actually punch out the screen door. I lifted it up. I was actually a good Samaritan.
Rob was exaggerating for.
I just exaggerated for story.
Perfect. Yeah.
Based on a true story,
Rob,
but it's been exaggerated for dramatic purposes.
Rob
Yeah,
loves doing that.
Safe to say that you guys earned your cleaning fee for that B&B.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say.
What's crazy?
Rob and Logan.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Tom.
we're going to say the same thing. Go ahead, Logan.
No, you got it.
Rob and Logan had vomit coming out of both ends at all times. Like a random time, they were hitting up the same, and we're all using the same bathroom. It was the worst smelling bathroom you've ever smelled in your life, but we had to use it. It was the only bathroom. And Cody and Esther, I'm sure, had the one upstairs smelling pretty ripe as well. And it was just nasty. You walked in the house, and it's amazing me and Jack didn't get sick because it smelled like a funeral home. I don't know. It smelled awful. But when we left, the owner of the house said, I appreciate y'all keeping the house so clean.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm about to get 1 star on Airbnb. Oh,
it's like when you get your deposit back in a college house and that's shock on your face.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. Damn. Well, I guess in line with that, I got some more stuff, but I'm curious to hear what stories you guys got. And Mr. Higgs has a comment here. It says, "Let's hear some good prank stories." I don't know. Do you guys have anything that are worth telling?
I mean, the stickers is a classic. Obviously, that's a great story.
Are they still on your truck and boat, Rob?
No, I caught them before I went to the boat ramp. Thank goodness.
Your dad called him.
My dad seen him and was like, "What is this?"
You should have just rocked with them. They were so good.
That was you, Logan, that told us about that, right?
Yeah.
On the back of my truck, it said "Real women drive diesels."
I think Kira ended up having the best prank.
What was that?
I think there was about 3 tournaments in a row. She made lasagna and I think spiced it with laxative. There was 3 tournaments in a row where that lasagna absolutely tore us up. And
that's incredible.
At St. John's, it cost me like 50 rods because I was in like emergency section, like about to lose it. And I was driving like 100 on the highway to get to the next gas station to go to the bathroom. because someone was in our bathroom at the house, and I left my rod coffins open, and all my rods flew out. So I think Cody's wife won the prank war for the house for the year.
Cody, was this some war tactics for you, or did you not even know either?
I didn't even know about it. I guess I'm just used to her trying to poison me, and it just it wasn't me, but it was getting them good.
Did you get hit with the friendly fire on that as well, Cody?
No, I was good, but
Oh,
I tell
man.
you, I did let these guys order for me at Toledo Bend at our first tournament.
Ooh.
They got me real nice chicken Alfredo. I get there, it's sitting there all nice and pretty. And it was fine. I ate half of it, and I crapped my brains out, but I bet I pooped off my boat 10 times a day, for at least 5 days straight.
Talk about an alarm clock, dude.
My God.
I'm telling you, it's as sick as I've ever been for food. And all I know is they ordered it for me. It was there for them to
about it.
bring.
You said it, Rob. What did you? You gotta let it loose now.
Hey,
Last
read out
comment.
cameraman Cletus. Read out cameraman Cletus's comment.
Cameraman Cletus asked this one. They asked the
Yeah.
boys when the last time they shit their pants.
Oh no.
Sooner than you'd like to know.
Yeah,
As,
more recently than socially acceptable, that's for sure.
As John was saying, there was diarrhea coming out of both ends, and it went on into day one of the tournament.
Oh, no.
Me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oof.
I think that's he might have the stat of the year. Only elite guy to poop his pants in a tournament.
How early in the day was it?
Oh, pretty early.
I think it was right when I put the trolling motor down.
Oh God.
Just the pressure of leaning over for a half a second.
But
Yeah,
listen,
poor dude.
dude, that the stuff we had, you can't even make fun of him for it. I'm telling you, I crapped my pants with rigging rods one day. I just stood up and didn't even know how to poop. It was bad.
It was so bad.
It was awful.
It was one of those where you had to stay clenched of the gut and the ass at all times.
All I'm saying is if it happened during St. Lawrence, we would have had to carry at least 4 or 5 extra pairs of drawers for our run.
God. Was this because of the lasagna, or are you guys just
No,
your whole house has just terrible bowel problems?
No, it
No,
was
we
a
were
virus.
fixed.
God.
Yeah, we had the
Get off the
stomach.
Browntown talk.
That is Browntown.
Yeah,
John,
here we go.
John,
This might
we've
be
been
comment of the
looking-
night. The house needs a doctor's appointment.
Good. That's good.
That's
We did.
You know what, Andy? I think that might be our winner for the best comment
I agree.
of tonight. So Devin, reach out on social or send us an email. You won the Blackfish soft shell pullover. We're gonna hook you up, man. But we still got a best question. If you guys see one coming through, best question of the night, we're still giving away a soft shell jacket. So if you guys see one, call it out. We still got a winner left for tonight. But reach out to us, Devin.
I kind of like that one.
Which one?
Cameraman Cletus.
I like the one that said, "Ask the boys when the last time they pooped themselves."
Listen,
I like that.
Cletus doesn't deserve any more stuff from us.
Of course. That's
Isn't that
freaking-
Clint?
Yes. Of
Yeah.
course.
Clint doesn't count.
We sent Clinton some Blackfish stuff, but we'll pick another person for the question. But Clint, I'll still send you some more Blackfish stuff. Man.
Sorry, Clint.
Thumbs up for that one.
He's one of the boys of the pod, if you will.
Yeah.
Clint
I got a
can
great
earn the
picture
reward.
of Clint. I got to find it. Hold on.
What was that, John?
Clint can earn the reward of commenting on the most Instagram post. Every time I see someone post something on Instagram, Clint is the first one to comment on it.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
dude.
live
Clint is
streams,
a
too.
big supporter of everybody, and I love it.
He's
Yeah.
got the noties on.
He's one of the good ones.
Yeah,
No
for
doubt.
sure.
Absolutely.
Oh,
picture of Clint
nice.
for you.
Is that Clint?
That is Clint.
Oh,
I can't even tell.
Yeah, he had a Type 1 life jacket on for like U.S. Coast Guard merchant credential, and then a fish whistle and way too much tequila the morning before.
Oh, someone said, tell me you had a marshal when the Brown went down. I was the marshal that day for Logan when the Brown went down.
Oh, no.
At least it wasn't some random dude, Logan. At least it was Jack.
I'm so glad I didn't have a marshal that day. That poor guy.
I feel bad for whoever, because you guys have to give the SD and GoPro back to Bass, right? At the end of the day. I feel bad. They got some dirt on all you boys.
Man.
Oh, that's
Rob,
awesome.
Rob has that cost him winning the tournament.
Say what?
Do what?
I said Rob getting that stomach virus cost him winning the tournament. He was taking a nap the first 2 days.
Which tournament was that?
Champlain.
Was that true?
No,
You
I had
just
to,
sleep
I had
on the
to
boat?
sit down and just breathe because I couldn't just like, you know what I mean? I was hurting. You know what I mean?
Oof.
Yeah. And it was wavy too, right? Day one. Well, day two, it got wavy, right?
They won
Yes.
on the way in.
Day one and day two. Day two was the worst, probably. But day one on the way in, at the end of the day, was bad. But it was just so bad. Like I had to sit down to hold it in. You know what I mean? And I just needed to close my eyes and just meditate.
feel like this show needs to be sponsored by Dude Wipes.
I need to be sponsored by John.
Your house needs to be sponsored by Dude Wipes.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
We do.
Yeah.
Dude Wipes and Lysol.
No, I came around the corner one time this year, and I see John. I'm like, oh, there's John. I wonder what he's doing.
This was during the tournament too.
He's hanging. It's mid-tournament, middle of a tournament. John's hanging off his power pole. So I'm just like, oh, he's taking a crap.
That's
Real,
awesome.
real men just go in their pants on the tournament day.
Logan's starting a movement. Watch out.
Dirty stash and dirty
You
pants.
see that meme? It's like, be a man.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think we should move on from this subject.
Yeah, I was just trying to. But you guys keep talking about different stories of you crapping your pants. I've been trying to save you this whole time, and you just keep going.
There we go. We got the Chick-fil-A boat and the pink boat, Pepto-Bismol, in the
There you
same
go.
house.
Hey, I did take Pepto-Bismol that day, but I almost threw it up when I took it.
Oh, I'm sure. I think that it actually says not to take Pepto if you have a virus right on the label.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, dang.
All right, we'll switch gears here. So, for across the whole 2024 season, I want to go around the horn here and hear the best fishing related memory from your guys' 2024 season. So it could be on the water, practice, whichever. And John, we'll start with you, man.
I think day 2 of 4, three of the 4 of us popped 30 pounds, and then Rob popped 26. I think that day was just awesome. Like we all smashed, called a big old giant bag. Kind of, I don't know, just a good day around, like all around for the whole house.
But 39 pounds sucked.
Yeah, exactly. But no, day 2 of 4 sticks out. Just all of us kind of coming back to the house at the same time. Like, heck yeah, today was awesome for everybody, which doesn't happen very, very often. So,
Oh yeah, Rob.
Like a house-related memory?
It could be individual too.
My favorite day of the year was Toledo Bend day 1. Like, first day on the Elite Series, showing up with the jitters at Toledo Bend. Like, that ramp is kind of iconic if you've been there. It just feels like a Bassmaster tournament. It's about to blast off there. And I backed in first day on the Elites, just looking around and seeing Jason Christie and Rick Clunn, and like, holy crap. And then I went and caught 29 something. It was just amazing.
That doesn't suck.
No.
Logan?
John's is definitely a good one. I would say like the first tournament, Toledo Bend, I had a live camera on day 2. I was like catching them, and like I had a tougher day, or I had a live camera day 3, and I had a tougher day 3, but like I still did okay. Like I was in like 9th and I ended up 20th, so didn't end up terribly. But I remember we were the first flight, so I pulled up to the dock, and I guess they had some kind of concert or something, and like Mercer's like saying his spiel, like, you know, get loud, like let's get ready to weigh them, and got everyone to cheer. And there was so many people at that weigh, like unbelievable. And the whole, like, we couldn't see the crowd because of all these tents and buildings and things. But it was just like this roar over the building. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is insane. And Justin Hamner walked by me and said, "Welcome to the Elite Series, bro." That was sick. It was a sick
That's
memory.
cool. That's a pretty cool one. What are you cracking up over there about, Rob?
Comment of the night right there. Mason Gross Powers.
Is that Logan and Rob in the right-hand corner, Ricky Bobby and Kyle Knight Jr.?
Can we get a shake?
Oh, it's for sure. That is so accurate because 2 times this year, me and Rob have found the exact same stretch, and I was the shake and Rob was the bake. And I ended up like 40th, and he almost won and finished second. 2 times.
2 times.
Oh, man.
Where was the second
Smith
time?
and Champlain.
Yeah, Champlain.
Well, Mason, you won the soft shell jacket from Blackfish Gear. So reach out to us either on social or shoot us an email. Everything's down below in the description. We'll get size and all that for you. We'll get that shipped out, man. That was pretty damn good. That's a social idea. We're gonna have to put that up. We did a Step Brothers picture for Kyle Patrick and Wesley Gore. We'll just have to do Ricky Bobby and Cal for you guys. That'll be good.
Yeah, that'd be another good bass boat wrap. Wonder Bread.
That would be
That
awesome.
would be fire.
I feel like you need like a bullet to do it justice.
For sure.
Oh, 100%.
Would be sick.
Or like an old Sterling Gambler.
Clint said I'll Photoshop that by the end of the
Dale
show.
Earnhardt edition.
Yes,
You ever seen that one?
exactly. Oh yeah.
Or, yeah,
Sweet
was that a
boat.
gambler or a stroker?
I think it was a Gambler.
It
Pretty
was
sure it
the
was a Gambler.
Gambler made that Intimidator.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That thing's awesome.
Oh, we lost Jack. No, that's okay. Well, I'm sure he'll come back. Cody, what about you, man? Round us out. Best moment of 2024 fishing wise.
That day John talked about was awesome for sure, but my favorite probably was Lake Murray. Just they got to catch them on the top water. That one video that Bass posted on their page, catching like a 7-something on the top water right by the boat. That place is nuts. It's got so many giant ones in it. And it's honestly one of my favorite places to fish.
Heck yeah. Now, what about the group's favorite moment of 2024 non-fishing related? So off the water. We've obviously heard a lot and people shitting their pants. Let's get some that are not shitting your pants.
Yeah.
What do you,
Yeah,
do you guys have any that are not dude wipe necessary?
I got something. It was. It's really bad. I'm forgetting the name of these players already. Rob could back me up. Is when Tennessee hit a pop up in the outfield to win the game to send them to the World Series, and Rob jumped in the pool. That was a pretty good group moment right there. So
Yeah, that was
awesome.
That was
of course,
awesome.
me being a Tennessee fan helps. That's the night Cody and Kira turned Tennessee fans as well. But that was a pretty cool little moment there.
All right. Full clothed jump in the pool?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I got to take my phone out of my pocket. So that was good.
Because it was like the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs, and y'all were
we were
down
down
like
3.
2. Yeah.
And came back and won it in the bottom of the ninth. Scored 4 runs. So it was just
baller.
couldn't get any better.
Rob was like, if they win, I'm jumping in the pool. And like then they started to come back, and it was just cool.
Man of his word.
Yeah. What about you, Rob?
Come back to me. I'm still thinking on it.
All right, Logan or Cody, you guys got one?
Probably. This is kind of like, I don't know, kind of lame, but like Lake Murray, we all made the cut, and it was the first like house cut, and we were just like house cut, like everyone was fired up. Well, that's fishing related, but that was an awesome moment. It was.
I feel like it. Yeah. Have a few beverages, celebrate a house cut.
Yeah, we were feeling good there. I feel like mine was at Champlain after we got a little bit not as sick and could all be around each other and hang out. We had like a 2 or 3 night stretch of watching movies. And I mean, these were movies we hadn't watched in like 10 years, right? Or 8 years. And we were just cracking up because they just were funny again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nostalgic.
Yeah. That was a good night.
Well, now we got to hear it. Are we talking like Happy Gilmore, or what are we talking about?
Joe Dirt one night, Nacho Libre one night, and then Borat.
Oh, hell yeah.
Classics.
That's a lineup.
Yeah.
Cody, what about you, man?
Dude, we had so much fun the whole year. I really just enjoyed the whole thing. I mean, every night, whenever we would get back in, we'd have a good time doing something, whether we're just bull crapping, rigging tackle, or eating dinner or whatever. It was just a really fun year.
Heck yeah, man.
Mattress underwater. Mattresses underwater says the gas. Dude, that was crazy.
Whoever
you gotta tell that story,
John. Tell that story. That's a crazy story.
Getting old, so may not be as spot on as it was. So anyway, we get off of Wheeler. I think we're at Wheeler, and there was only like 2 gas stations between the ramp and our house. Both of them were pretty sketchy. I pulled over at one to get ice and gas. So I pulled over and I'm pumping gas in my boat, and it's kind of like not a normal gas station. It's like, a small square gas station that pumps on 2 sides, and it's just like a, I don't know, 40-foot by 40-foot gas station on the inside. I'm pumping gas. A lady walks out of the gas station, and like, all right, I'm gonna go in there. So I go in the door that she came out of, but the door was locked. It's like, that's weird. I could have swore someone just come out. So I went around the building and opened the door, and there was a really legit drug deal going on between the cash register person and just a normal guy. And he had a big gallon bag of drugs, and the cash register guy had a wad of cash. And I walked in, I'm like, okay, like, didn't really know what to say. And I was like, hey, man, like, y'all are good. Don't worry about me. And they're like, how do we know you're not the cops? And I'm like, man, I'm wearing a fishing jersey. There's my boat. I'm just a fisherman, And I was actually going to get some drinks. I kind of like walked back to get some body armors, but I kind of got nervous. And I walked back up, and I was like, I don't really know how to get myself out of this predicament. Like, I don't want to get shot or act sketchy. So I was like, hey, like, I'm not going to say anything if y'all let me get some ice cream and some ice. And the guy running the cash register said, man, take your ice cream and ice. So I got 2 frozen Twix bars and went outside and got 3 bags of ice and then left. Yeah.
It's a good way to barter your life right there. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, whether or not you're going to get shot, you're like, I'm just going to get my ice cream, whether one way or another.
Yeah. Well, it's one of them deals. Like, I just felt like it was better to joke around at the situation than, that's kind of who I am anyway. I kind of joke around at everything. So worked out well. Didn't get killed.
You're here.
Yeah. Yep.
That dude's probably watching this live stream right now. saying, "Oh, you snitch."
Snitch. Gotta find him.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What about you, Cody? We'll go with you, man.
What are we even talking about?
Oh wait, we went around. I was going off that comment. I got mixed up there too.
What's a funny story, Cody?
A funny
Do you have one that stands out from the year that was like, whether it's an embarrassing story for one of the guys or something that was just funny?
Gosh, I don't know. Kira, were there any good funny stories from the year you can think of?
Oh, there we go. Let the wife roast the guys.
She will.
Yeah, for sure.
We already told them about Rob puking on your car. She sent me a video the next morning of like chunks flying off her hood, hitting her windshield.
Oh, that's horrible.
She'll think on it, but no, I don't really have anything either. Really.
Clint said to check my DM, so I'm assuming we have a. I'm assuming we got a little cow, and this will be a good Photoshop. All right, here's one of my questions for you guys. Who's the of the group? Who's the person that's the earliest, and who's always late?
Well, we all know who the late one is for sure.
Logan.
No. The little.
Is it Rob?
Oh yeah, you got to roll Rob out of bed at the forklift.
It'll be.
Rob will stay up as long as he possibly can and fall asleep face down in a pillow with all the lights on and fully clothed and not wake up unless you absolutely rattle his bed.
And you don't know where you're going to find him. It might not be in his bed.
No, yeah.
Like you just find Jack sitting on the couch together. Like at least Jack will lay down. Rob will just be sitting there, straight up and down, phone in his hand.
Phone in his hand.
Like, as you see Rob right there in that corner, it'd be a good chance you'll find him there at 5 o'clock the next morning in exactly that outfit.
Have you always been that way, Rob?
I don't know. I guess.
Just an opportunity.
Hey, I got a funny story. About Rob.
Firing up now.
This goes right along with what John was saying. So the first night we're here in La Crosse, it's like 40 degrees. It's so cold. And this house we're staying at has a hot tub. So we're like, hell yeah. Like we're going to go get warmed up in the hot tub, like just hang out for a bit. So we went outside and sat in the hot tub, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go inside, take a shower, and go to bed. So I get inside, take a shower. I come out of the shower. Rob has his towel wrapped around his waist and his shirt still on and his hat on. He's laid diagonally across his bed with all the lights on, and he's passed out. Like he was like waiting on me to get out of the shower and just fell asleep with the lights on with his towel wrapped around him.
It's a power move.
Yeah.
Well, Logan, I thought you were going to talk about Toledo Bend. It was the first time I ever met Rob, and when we found him asleep on the couch, setting up, and he had his Instagram open.
What was he looking at again?
Oh, that's my favorite Rob moment. I forgot about that. He had some girl on his Instagram screen, and he's just asleep.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, so Clint sent the nice Photoshop of you boys.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's good right there.
We'll have to send it to you. I'm sure Clint will send it to you. That's awesome. All right, so to wrap things up here, I got two last questions for you. One of them being, how hard did you guys party after John won?
Negative.
Oh, that's right. Wait, you actually didn't get a chance to party.
It's so unfortunate. Yeah, that sucked because it was a delayed tournament where it was a Monday championship, like championship Monday. So then we had to practice for 2 days. So you had to be driving from that tournament ready to be dialed in for 2 days. So it was kind of unfortunate for Johnny. Kind of sad
Well,
about
after.
it. We all just
Already-
drove in after the tournament.
Yeah. And it was honestly like I guess one of the worst tournaments to win because, like you said, we went straight to another tournament, and 3, 4 days, 5 days later, there was another Elite Series winner. So it's like I won. I was the winner for like 4 days, and that was it. And then we're all stressing out how to break down the biggest body of water we're gonna fish all year in 2 days that we've never even seen. So we didn't get a chance to celebrate properly. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, $100,000 makes up for that.
Yeah.
John
All right.
celebrated with a root beer.
Yeah. And a cake.
Yeah, Kira and Cody had a congratulations cake when I got there. So I drank a glass of milk and ate some cake when I got to the house.
Glass of milk and some cake.
Milk was hard to drink because our entire Florida swing, our houses smell like egg water. So
Egg water?
Yeah,
yeah, we had a bad run our Airbnbs.
Smell like sulfur.
Oof.
Ooh.
That's
Every
no
time
good.
you turn the shower, the sink on. It's awful.
Did you put a lighter to the sink?
You would have caught the whole house on fire.
That's funny.
Mattresses, underwear,
I don't know.
or underwater.
So who is your guys' guess if there were to be one person out of the group next year to win a blue trophy? Who would be your guys' guess?
Definitely Cody.
Cody Huff.
I was gonna say Rob. He about done it how many times this year?
Someone popped this in the comments earlier, but I will be surprised if Cody does not win the 10 killer tournament. Yeah, big boy yakking, spot on.
There you go.
He whipped everybody's butt in college there.
Dude, that was back in the day. That was pre-scope catching suspendos. That's post now.
That was like 2D catching them, or what are we talking about?
No, not even 2D. I caught him off boat docks on a spoon, on a big spoon. Bended under him. You know, we couldn't see him on your graphs or nothing. Nobody had live scope yet, so everybody can see the fuckers now.
He turned his flasher sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart move.
There you go. All right. Last question I got for you guys, unless you got something for him, Andy. And we'll go around the horn. I want to hear a different answer. But if you guys were to add one other Elite Series pro to the house, who would you guys pick? I take it you guys don't make a lot of friends in the Elite Series.
Everybody's kind of got like one or two of their other friends. You know what I mean? I don't feel like any of us talk to like the same circle of people. You know?
Yeah.
Wish Rick Clun would have roomed with us.
Yeah. We would get Clun in the house. We could do that.
Yeah.
I wonder how fast he would have ditched you guys after you're all throwing up and shitting yourself every day.
Yeah, he would have been gone in a heartbeat.
I feel like he would have had some special herbal tea we could have drank
Yeah.
and been fine in 2 hours.
Drink this tea and lay down outside on those rocks over there for 2 hours and eat this grass, and you'll be good.
Yeah, that's a hard one to answer.
But you don't have to answer. I was just curious.
I'm going two-prong approach here. I would let our roommate, our old college buddy KJ Queen, room with us if he took showers more frequently, because he is he's not clean, man. His van's not clean. His mustache ain't like nothing about him is clean. And he's just crazy, man. He got crazy stuff that goes around. But I think Cody could bring on a good one. Someone that's a little different. I don't know if he would talk to us or not, but I think it'd be cool to have someone that fishes completely different, like Jason Christie or someone in the house that does really well, a different style of fishing than us. Because like we all fish the same way. It'd be awesome to have someone with a different approach on the bodies of water. So
I love that.
Yeah, we need someone that fishes shallow all the time.
Yeah.
Like John Cox.
Yeah.
I feel like John might fit in with you guys. The shenanigans that goes on.
For sure.
That's awesome. Andy, you got anything else for these boys?
No, that was a riot, and I hope you prank each other with more stickers next year because that was fantastic.
I think I
Keep
should
it
make that
classy.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
make it a new theme each year and put it on all the Elite Series pros.
We've been trying to come up with what we can do to like spice the videos up for like, and I don't know why I'm bringing this up because I'm always the last out of the house, but whoever does the worst out of the house, each tournament, the next tournament, they have something it can't like affect their fishing, but like just something funny that annoyingly they don't want to have to do, but they have to do kind of thing.
Just do like some of the fantasy football type punishments. Like give them a highlighter shirt that just says something where it's I'm a loser, something that says that they got to wear it for practice or something like that. You can kind of go along the lines of there.
I'm telling you, I think sandwich duty would suck for whoever had to make sandwiches. That would suck.
Yeah.
That would be all.
Woody, you would never have to make a sandwich. That's why you want to do that.
We'd be in trouble if Rob ever came in last because he wouldn't get up early enough to do them.
Well, and you're trusting that guy not to put laxatives in your sandwich.
I feel like you don't even have to put laxative in John's sandwich. He's got like a schedule where it happens just every day.
Yeah.
I feel your pain, John. I feel your pain.
Yeah.
How do we keep getting back to this?
I don't know. You can blame me. You can blame me.
It's just
I like
guys.
Clint's idea.
Well, gents, I think we're going to wrap this sucker up here. I'm sure Rob's probably going to fall asleep on the couch by the sounds of it, and he'll wake up late for practice tomorrow. But
He'll wake up on the sandbar.
Hey, I don't wake up late. I just always leave probably 5 minutes after them.
Rob conveniently gets up and takes a shower when we all need to get in the bathroom in the morning.
Yes, he does.
That's awesome.
That in the meeting.
Brown
Yeah, was that one of the negatives? Showers.
The 4 times that Rob got up on time, he went straight to the bathroom and take a shower while we're all waiting to go to the bathroom.
Hey, can I get my toothbrush out of there?
That's awesome. Well, gents, I appreciate all you guys taking time out, especially Rob and Logan. You guys are on Derby week, so appreciate taking out some practice evening time. And good luck this week. So, stay away from sandbars as best you can. Definitely enjoy the content from it though. And Cody, thanks for coming on the show for the first time, man. We'll have to get you back on so away from these knuckleheads so we can talk some more fishing. But appreciate all you boys taking the time out. We're all fans of the can't really call you guys the freshman frat house anyway. Even with Cody. We called you Big Daddy Huff. I don't know if you like that nickname, Cody.
Works for me. I'm
Perfect.
not too picky.
Well, either we'll have to make this thing before season next year. Get you guys on and preview 2025. But thanks again, man. Appreciate all you guys for taking the time out.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thanks for having us on. And if you haven't, you need to go watch our YouTube.
Yeah, we got that link down below. If you guys haven't checked out Logan's YouTube channel with all these boys if you want to see the shenanigans they're talking about all night tonight, definitely go check that out. And Jack hopped off, but I appreciate Jack taking the time out too. Definitely love to get some more dirt on you boys. I'm gonna have to message him on the side and see if I can get some. Some
shout out
content.
to Jack. He livened up the house.
Yeah.
Cody said, "Screw you guys, I'm out of here."
He just bounced.
Well, folks, yeah, dudes, appreciate y'all, and good luck this week. We'll talk to all you guys soon.
See ya.
Thank you.
See y'all.
There you have it. Always a good time with all of them. It's good to get Cody on here. Definitely want to get him on for his own show as well. That dude, I mean, all of them are, but Cody's a mega hammer, and it's kind of funny though. Like, John obviously being older than him, but Cody's like legit, the quote unquote, he's the veteran. He's a veteran of the group, which
is wild, right?
Yeah, dude, 6th in AOI this year.
Good for him.
Pretty dang stout. And cool dynamic. Obviously, having kind of that mentorship with Rick Clunn and a lot of these guys, they might be, quote unquote rookies and these young guns, but they got far more experience than you realize. And it showed. I mean, literally Logan was the worst finishing AOI of the house and was 21st.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, you can't be mad about that.
No, you can't. All classic bound. Looking forward to seeing them starting off the season. And you guys know, like Logan, Rob, John, they come on the show a decent amount, and looking forward to get them on more as well throughout the off season and into next year. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And the folks that won the Blackfish gear tonight, again, make sure you guys reach out to us on social or email if you have not already. A lot of cool stuff coming down the pipe, as well as the next show next Tuesday night live. This is just a one-parter tonight. We didn't have a part 2 for tonight, so sorry guys, there's not going to be a Friday podcast anyway. It's just going to be this show for this week, but next week we will have a 2-parter. So next Tuesday night live we'll have Pat Schlapper and Ken Duke coming on the show. Might even have a couple more. We're trying to work on getting a few more and padding up the show a little bit as well, but nonetheless, those 2 gents are going to be a heck of a lot of fun, so make sure you guys tune into that one. And folks, appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.